Once again, we're reacting to some fighting game select. JWong, kizziekay, shout out, some of the bigger content creators on the FGC side. Today, the video is what characters JWong want in Street Fighter 6. I don't know if they're going to be talking about what characters Kizzy wants as well, but I'll say my 3 characters. I think they should bring back a Street Fighter 5 character, a Street Fighter 4 character, and a Third Strike character. In the form, I would say Street Fighter, in a Third Strike character, realistically, I would want Dudley back. I think Dudley is such a great character that I don't want Ed to take up that boxer spot. If I'm being realistic, I do not want Ed to be the only boxer within Street Fighter 6. Balrog, I think he already has time to shine in 5. I think Dudley coming back would just be a lot better. Within Street Fighter 4, I would say possibly like C Viper. C Viper was a character that people really wanted in 5, but then didn't make it. So I think C Viper coming back within 6 would be a nice revelation of the character with all the new tools that Street Fighter 6 tends to offer characters from the past, giving them way more tools, way more combo routes. And then from Street Fighter 5, I would say Menat. I know we kind of already got JP in the form of Menat, and you might be thinking like, what the fuck you mean JP plays not like Menat? I mostly mean like with the level 2. I always thought like the people who learned the Menat combos with her V trigger, with the balls, I always thought that was sick. JP kind of replicates that to like a more dumbed down version, but I would say Menat. So it would be Dudley, C Viper, and Menat for my 3. I don't know how many they're gonna say, but let's see what JWong says. Please hit that video. Subscribe, comment below.
Good. We out here.
It'll be in the description.
I'm excited to see what this year has to bring for us.
It'll be in the description.
The fighting games.
We gotta talk about our wish list, bro. These characters that we want in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And you already know who I want.
Who do you want?
You
want Guy.
Guy?
Yeah, I want.
Interesting.
I want that guy.
You want that guy? Huh?
I wonder. I don't think this is. I don't think it's possible. I think Kimberly takes the spot of Guy. I think that was their goal. They don't want Guy in the game. They want Kimberly in the game. And unfortunately, this might not. I don't know unless they do it, but I don't see why they would. I think they would rather just turn Kimberly into Guy than put Guy in the game with very similar moves.
I want the Master Bushiri.
I mean, he already has very similar normals.
I think she is really, really awesome.
He already has similar normals to Kimberly. Like, I'm looking at this right now. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. He has Kimberly. Like Kimberly has the standing medium kicking away. Kimberly has the slide.
From the Alpha series, Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since SF4, literally. I feel like he's been cameos in like other games. I think what was it? Capcom's Fighting Jam? That was the game.
He was in Capcom Fighting Jam in the Alpha series.
There we go, right?
Yeah,
Kimberly
Zeku
Zaxatsu
kind of replaced him in 5 as well.
I'm not saying, yeah, like Kimberly has Guy's
hard
moves.
To bring back Guy because Kimberly does exist. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they want to do too many clones. Like this is a Final Fight town, Metro City, so I can definitely see like eventually Final Fight characters coming in because it's like why wouldn't there be, right? And
yeah, well, I mean, this is a Final Fight. The thing about Street Fighter 6's player roster that makes no sense is Street Fighter 6 is supposed to take place after Third Strike, which is Street Fighter 3 if you don't know what that means. And there's no Third Strike characters in the game. The 8 World Warriors shouldn't be in the game. Well, maybe like Ryu and Chun-Li and shit, but Necro should be in the game. Remy should have been in the game. Like, all these characters should have been in the game. Instead, we got the fucking 8 and then a bunch of bozos and the god himself, Luke.
Yeah, and that would be my first character too.
And like Street Fighter 5 characters.
I actually always wanted.
We're getting fucking Ed and Rashid, or we already have Rashid.
Yeah, Hager would be amazing because you only see him in Marvel 3. He was only like ever playable as a fighting game character.
Hager is
in
interesting.
Marvel 3, I don't count like the
once again, I'm not disagreeing with them, but like JWong said, like there's no clones. Hager feels like a mixture of Zangief and Marissa. So I think instead of putting Haggard in the game, they put Marissa in the game. Is that, I don't know, is that making sense? Or is that like am I smoking cock and balls? I feel like Haggard is a mixture of Zangief and Marissa. And he has a steel pipe.
One that he was in like Sega Saturn. Like, I think, what's it, Final Fight Revenge?
You know what, like...
That one's... Yeah, that one's just that's a different game. People want him. I feel like people want him.
I don't think he can be.
He's
I don't
never
know.
Been in a Like,
And even if they want to put another buff grappler in the game, then Hager wouldn't take the spot of Alex. You know, like they already have Alex, so Hager might be Zangief, Alex, and Marissa. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. These will be great characters.
So
don't
it'd
get
be
me
cool
wrong,
to
but
kind
in
of
the sense
see
of like,
how he would
is it
translate
logical?
into it personally? I would love to see Hager to be as the first picked.
So you remember like in I think CBS 2 how Chang and Choi became like, one character?
Yeah.
I would like for them to do that for Young and Yang.
Once again,
Oh.
this is a character that's got replaced by Jamie.
You know, you got like the Rekka oriented, but then like their combos,
Yeah.
they can do like EX moves to kind of like tag each other back and forth.
Yeah.
And like they have the same moves, like in terms of normals, obviously a little bit different.
So they'll do like
then,
Zeku.
like, their styles is like completely different. I think that would be something to be really sick.
Yeah, it'd be similar to how Zeku is.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the twins, they were only hated really in like one game, and I was in
Third Strike.
Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
You know.
Interesting. I thought they were hated in Third Strike because of the fucking, was it Yoon's? I think it was Yoon's fucking clone move. Fucking ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. It hits that shit like fucking 19 times in the corner.
Every game.
They were even hated in Third Strike.
At least Yun was.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
I was
look,
right.
When he with Yang though, he got like the hate got kind of reduced a little bit, right?
Now Yang is cool, but Yun,
Yeah,
he was tired.
motherfuckers hate
Young.
Young.
Was tired of seeing him turn Superman. You know, every 10 seconds. Feel me?
Bro, but when I was watching the stream, they were like, "Hey!" That sounded like they loved him.
Nah, that don't mean that's just part.
Oh, was it hate? Was it hate? Hate?
That was part.
Hate.
That was part. That you know,
It
people
was
eventually
hate,
just
hate,
join
hate.
into the anthem.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? But that don't mean you like him though.
You joined the anthem.
Oh, damn.
you hate him?
Yeah.
That's a cool Rose
Oh,
costume, by the way.
But you know, honestly, I would like something like that for them to be into one character. I think that would be really cool. I think
It's all, once again, Kizzy, right? Not saying like who he wants is like wrong, but if they put Guy in the game, what role does Kimberly fill? If they put the twins in the game, what role does Jamie fill? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you play Jamie, who's basically a knockoff version of the twins? Why play Kimberly when she's basically a knockoff version of Guy? It's like, it's weird. It's like, it's weird to say, like, of course these characters will be fucking cool. That's why they should have just been in the base fucking roster. We shouldn't have Jamie. We should have had the twins or them combined. We shouldn't have Kimberly. We should have had Guy in the fucking game. But because that they wanted to flip it and put Kimberly and Jamie in the game, now it means that these beloved characters in the past don't get a spot. But for some fucking reason, Dalsum and Honda made it fucking in. You know, it's like, who the fuck? Nobody was like, oh, I can't wait for Dalsum and Honda. Maybe like 10 fucking people. But I'm pretty sure there's more people that are fans of the twins than there are of Dalsum. And Dalsum made it in, and Necro didn't. And Necro could have been fucking different. Blanca made it fucking in. You could chuck it out. Dalsum and fucking Blanca and had Necro, because I think Necro does fucking lightning shit. I don't know, man. Like, Capcom has a fucking goal. Maybe they'll just bring back every fucking character to take all of our money. They'll bring back Guy, just make Kimberly bomb tier, make Guy fucking broken. Everybody will just forget about Kimberly. It's just so weird.
Even if they come through, I feel like they won't even be like a Jamie clone. I think
Yeah,
they
for
could
sure.
kind of like, they could definitely just be their own thing, especially with.
It's really saying that they would be a Jamie clone when Jamie's a clone of them.
So I would love something like that. That'd be really cool. And then also, I feel like it'll bring something unique to the table, like a character where you're playing two characters in one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that would be really sick.
Little Zeku
So this
action.
one's a personal.
Manat,
bias
let's
of
go!
mine. I want to see Manat.
Hey, me and JWong agree.
Hi, my name's Enrique. A little thing.
What's
I
up,
love about
Enrique?
Chick-fil-A's
Enrique.
spicy sandwich is
Hope you
get
have
that
a great
rich
time with your sandwich.
And the reason why is because I felt like her design in Street Fighter 5 as like a new character was so beautiful.
It was really good.
Still, I think to this day, Manat's one of the most beautiful character that I think Capcom has ever designed in terms of just like play style, her movement, the way she's played, the way her like V trigger and stuff works.
Yeah, dude, I'm
So I
telling
think
you, man, she's such a
Giving
cool
her a new
character.
fresh take as how they would give her in Street Fighter 6 would be really cool because like I don't think I would.
Bro, if you were to give Manat JP juggle physics, you know how like JP can fucking put you in the corner and juggle your ass for 90 fucking years using EX Spire, EX Departure, fucking EX Fireball, and level 2. Like, imagine that with Manat, man. Like, oh my fuck.
See, we would see Rose come back though, because if this is like the new generation of characters, then Manat would be kind of like taking over Rose, right? Because she's like the student, you know, she got that crystal ball, and now she's gonna be the one telling the future and stuff like that for a lot of people.
Yeah, I would like that.
Her was really cool. Even like her both the voice actors did a fantastic job.
Great character. Great fun to look at.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Very high skill ceiling.
Everything about her is really, really cool. You know, I've been loving like obviously like
Fei Long.
Man, they gotta put my boy Fei Long in the game, bro.
I can see Fei Long.
Isn't he dead? Isn't he dead, bro?
Is he?
I don't know who killed him, but I don't know. Like, I feel like people have been saying he dead or something happened to him or whatever.
I think the reason they won't put, I feel like I'm just disagreeing with all their choices. I don't want that to come off. It's just like, the reason I think they wouldn't put Fei Long in the game is because he's just a Bruce Lee clone, and maybe like the Bruce Lee IP is kind of a little bit harder to squeeze in. But then again, Tekken just put in Law, which is fucking a Bruce Lee clone through and through. So I don't know. Maybe Fei Long might have just been a throwaway character that they put into the game that people ended up liking. I mean, if Fei Long comes back, I think he would. I think he would fit a narrative that is not in the game. I was trying to think of the good words. I think he would have a original playstyle within Street Fighter 6.
I'm mistaken.
Nobody that I think
like he showed up in
plays like
the
him.
Billboards in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, like
I mean,
there was some.
Hakan selling Oreo on the billboards, all right? So
I mean, yo,
that's true.
Hakan, you know, maybe. But yeah, you know, I would really.
I feel like they would bring back Evil. I think if we're
like
looking at two characters on the screen, I feel like Evil Ryu would come back, or Kage, whichever fucking one they want to talk about. I feel like that character is going to come back before Fei Long does.
I feel like a lot of people want to see Fei Long into the game.
yeah,
Yo, how's it going, Silva?
But for some real reason, I just feel like no one talks about him. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's a Bruce Lee clone.
Like in terms of like the story or anything, like he showed up. He was in 5, I think, a little bit.
he's kind of generic when you think about other characters. Eventually, when he's just like Rekka back to neutral and everything like that.
But I think they could bring something like a little more Bruce Lee into him. You know what I mean? Like they could
Give him
definitely add a lot
nunchucks.
of cool things. You know what's interesting? I feel like out of all the Street Fighter 2 characters, he's like the only one that never really came back.
Oh, T-Hawk.
We got Lil Hawk. We got Lily.
We got Lil Hawk.
Yeah, at least he got mentioned though.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
that's
you
true.
know, like
they
Yeah, I mean, T-Hawk's not coming back. Lily's in the game.
A Street Fighter 2 type style character that is in Street Fighter 6 right now, except for him.
they're trying to get rid of Fei Long, huh? This character has not come back into
Necro. Yo, I talked about him. Yo, I literally was just going on a rant about Necro. Bro, me and JWong, bro. Somebody get me in the call with JWong right now. Me and him are making all the same fucking reads. What the, bro? Me and JWong, I think we'd be friends.
a different game outside.
I think if we met each other, we'd be cool.
Necro. I feel like Necro.
He should have been in the game
really
instead of
cool.
Dawson.
Just because we haven't seen him just like designed in that style. Like Street Fighter 4, you had Ibuki, Makoto, Dudley, you know, Yun, Yang, and everything. And Street Fighter 5, Urien was one of the characters that came back as well too. But we haven't seen, you know, obviously Elena as well. But we haven't seen anything Necro related. I feel like Necro would be
Yeah,
so
he should have
cool,
came
but
back.
it's kind of like a hybrid of like Dawson, but he's a stun character. He just, all he does is kind of like stuns you. So it's like Dawson Blanca hybrid. It would be so.
Bro, literally word for word, bar for bar. JWong, man. JWong, listen. I don't know if you ever see this video. I don't know if anybody will tell you about this video. JWong, let me talk to you, man. Let's have a conversation. Me and you. JWong, listen, you're a big name in the FGC, right? I'm a young buck, up and coming content creator in the FGC. Let me just pick your brain for like 45 minutes. Please, man. I don't know. I'm manifesting it into existence through this video. Please, Arroyoyo X JWong would be fucking fantastic.
Interesting to see how Capcom would change Necro, because he's literally never been in any other fighting game outside of Street Fighter 3. Wow, so many other characters in the cast.
And he has a cool design,
have
man.
been in other games. Even Gil was in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
Like,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was random.
yeah, so it's just like, I'm so curious on
Like, why not, man? Put him in the game.
They don't choose Necro.
Sign the
and
contract.
If they did choose Necro, how would he come out? So I think he would be really cool and interesting.
I want this for
Sagat?
mainly because I just think this character's cool. I want Sagat.
Sagat's coming back.
You know, I would like to see
Sagat's coming back.
Reformed Sagat.
Okay.
Sagat's coming back.
You know, Sagat. You know, he took that walk. He went a different.
I would
path,
say this is like this is the one of Kizzy's choices where I'm agreeing. Yeah, Sagat's coming back. You can't. If Akuma's coming back, Sagat's coming back. Sagat has a very good play style, art style. Like, people like Sagat. Do you think they will return Sakura? I don't think so. I think there's too many Shoto likes in the game, especially with Akuma coming. And I think right now, Capcom wants to veer away from Shotos, in my opinion, after Akuma. And I think we're going to get a lot more wacky characters. If we look at how Rashid plays, how Aki plays, possibly how Ed plays, I think Capcom is taking a lot more leaps with different types of play styles. And I think Shotos is something they got. Luke, they got the 2 Shoto brothers, and they got fucking Akuma. I think they're done with Shotos. Maybe Sakura comes back in a later season, but I don't think so. And then same with Armika. They already have the hybrid grappler with Manon. They don't. If they're gonna bring back a grappler, most likely gonna be Alex, in my opinion. I don't think Armika's coming back, because the reason Armika was good was because of her tag team shit, right? Her V triggers, what made Armika like such a good character. Like, that's something you would have to balance in the sense of like her level 2. Like, I don't know. I feel like making it just Alex is just easier as well when it comes to balancing.
He found himself, came back in 5. I love the aesthetic that he came.
Yeah, I don't think Armika's coming back.
5.
Yeah.
Despite the power level he was.
I mean, it'll be sick. I mean, I like Armika. She's a baddie,
fantastic.
so.
Even the
She got a fucking big booby.
Also, like,
Big
again,
fucking
like,
booty.
I want to see how will Sagat and Ryu like interact now.
Yeah.
Especially Ryu has kind of like mastered the Hadou, right? Like, he's a grand master now, correct?
Yeah. This one's kind of random.
Nash.
I'm gonna bring back
Or
my man Danny.
Dan? Oh, yeah. No, Dan's coming back.
I knew you was gonna say it, bro.
Dan's coming back.
The reason why.
Okay, I remember I just said I lied about Shoto characters. I forgot Dan existed because he's a joke character, realistically, through and through. But maybe in Street Fighter 6, he's actually will be like no longer a joke character. But he does fill a certain comedic ambiance, and he's usually decent. So it's very interesting.
It's just that, dude, like, at first everyone was like, boo, Dan in Street Fighter 5. But bro, Dan was sick in Street Fighter 5. Like,
Yeah,
he was-
Dan's an
Bro, when he
interesting
had the
one.
loops
That-
out for the real.
That's what I'm saying. He was so cool with the cancels and everything. I'm like,
Yeah,
made Dan
Dan's like
really, really fun.
Dan's not like a
And
Shoto
even
though.
before,
I know
was
he has
really,
like
really fun as well,
a
too.
Shoryuken and
Like,
shit,
super
but like
fun in
his
general,
play
has,
style
still
is
has
different
the
than a
charm of being
Shoto
that joke character, but they
with
made
his
him, like, kind of
cancels and stuff.
viable, right?
Like he's
So I feel like
he's
because
different.
Street Fighter 6 is like that type of game where it's like so unique and
Somebody's
so
gonna be like, this
fresh.
guy has no idea what he's
I
talking
feel like
about.
they could make Dan even cooler than
Fuck
before, right? Maybe Dan is
Leave
like
a dislike.
He could be like actually hustling the streets. Of
Damn.
Just, like, get these young martial artists, like, join my karate dojo, blah blah blah. The shadiest, like.
Oh, what would be funny would be if they have, obviously Luke has his like UFC dojo, and then you like Dan has like his own karate dojo, but it's way fucking less proper than Luke's like big ass fucking gymnasium that he has. Dan just has like this little raggedy ass fucking shack that he's teaching people karate out of. That would be pretty badass.
Karate dojo and stuff like that. But I feel like if they brought back some of his stuff in like the 5 to 6, like taunt cancels, right? Like adding taunt into your special moves and everything is like the coolest
It's
thing
so
in
sick.
the world. Just cancels and normals, canceling normals and normals. I thought that was so fun. Like, and that's the closest thing that we would have with like kind of Crimson Viper, kind of like feints and everything like that.
Or bring back Sea
I
Viper.
felt like Dan did such a great job with that.
Or they don't bring back Dan, they bring back
Against
Sea Viper.
six,
Think about that. I said
could
Sea
imagine
Viper
that he would still be
should come back.
one of the most fun characters that people have been played in a while.
Yep. And look, with that being said, man, thank
Is
you
that
so
it?
much for coming here. As always, brother from another mother.
Yeah, I would say
Where can
Viper
they
over
find
Dan.
You can find me at JWong.
You can find them at JWong and kizziekay, and you can find me at this video that you're watching. Go scroll down a little bit. You'll see a subscribe button and click that button. If it's red, that's bad. You don't want that to be red. But hopefully you guys did actually enjoy the video. Deep down, I love reacting to these types of videos, and they're they're putting them out a little bit more, which is nice. There's a huge break, I feel like, in the FGC content creation, which is probably why I was able to get 1,000 subscribers, because I kind of stepped up. But if you like the video, please subscribe, comment down below, leave a like, comment down below. There's a specific video you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all again next time. See ya.